Evening, what was planned as a morale-boosting demonstration for the media turned into a public relations disaster for Lockheed Martin in Owego today. Fox 40's Sarah Blazonis was at the scene when it all went wrong. Sarah.
Larry, the mood at Lockheed Martin was cheerful early this afternoon. The company unveiled the prototypes of 4 Joint Light Tactical Vehicles, JLTVs, that could replace military Humvees. It gave members of the local media the chance to test drive the all-terrain vehicles. Here's what happened on the test track. A News 10 Now reporter was test driving Lockheed Martin's new Jltv down a steep incline and around a turn when it flipped on its side. None of the 3 people inside were seriously hurt, but the crash was a big surprise for some in light of how the company was describing the vehicle just an hour before.
I have to tell you, that vehicle is hard to tip over.
The defense manufacturer was celebrating 50,000 miles of tests on the first 4 prototypes of the Jltv, which Lockheed believes would be a big improvement over the familiar Humvee. Vehicles were tested to make sure they could withstand the blast of improvised explosive devices, which are injuring and killing so many U.S. soldiers in places like Iraq.
It can handle IEDs, EFPs, RPGs.
It does an outstanding job of dissipating blast fore and aft.
And put through all sorts of road tests in the course of those first 50,000 miles.
Swerving, at certain speeds, right? We don't want it to roll over. So there's actually requirements on how fast and what's the steer angle you got to go through.
How the truck handles, how the truck drives. We actually try to get out and physically try to brake the truck. We need to know just exactly what the truck will do and can't do.
The JLTVs can mean big things for Lockheed. If it's chosen to fill the U.S. Army and Marines order of 60,000 vehicles over a period of about 4 years, the plant's workload would double. No small thing for Lockheed's Owego plant, which just last month announced the impending layoffs of 600 workers related to the scrapped VH-71 presidential helicopter program.
Significant job hires as a result of this. But again, we've got to go through an EMD phase and then into production. But we'll be hiring for the EMD phase as well.
No word yet from Lockheed on what caused the Jltv to flip over. The company released this statement.
We have initiated an incident review as a result of an event today involving one of our Joint Light Tactical Vehicle prototypes. There were 3 passengers, all who were transported to a local hospital for evaluation.
Involved in the crash were taken to Wilson Hospital to be treated for cuts and scrapes. No serious injuries resulted from the crash. Back to you, Larry.
Sarah, if these vehicles had to go through all sorts of tests, how is it possible that this particular prototype flipped?
Well, Lockheed hasn't released any information about what exactly caused the crash, but remember, it was a media event. The drivers were inexperienced in driving those types of vehicles.
You also mentioned that this potential contract could double Lockheed's workload. Any reason to believe that this crash today could have any impact in whether or not they get that contract?
Well, right now, there's no reason to believe that the crash had anything to do with the vehicle itself. No one knows at this point if it was driver error or technical difficulties, but the company does say it met all necessary specifications. Larry?
All right, Sarah, thank you. More on this story.